Hey, what's up, my little tattletales, and what's up, Sussex squad? How y'all doing today? Well, if you are Prince William, baby, you are scrambling as much as you can to get away from the Rose Hanbury Valentine's Day rumors. Y'all, why do I think this? Because think about it. What's going on? Every single time there used to be scandal between William and Rose, and whatever was going on between them, Meghan and Harry would be thrown under the bus, right? Because the press want their ounce of blood or their pound of flesh. Here's the funny thing though, right? Now that Meghan's being laying low, right? We haven't seen her for a minute, which is a smart move because Kate has nothing to copy. And then her and her 80-year-old advisors thought they were going to stunt on the girlies, and it came out looking like a 3-year-old that got trapped in Meemaw's closet, right? Opera gloves up to... Anyway, right? Go watch my old video. I already tore that look apart. I can't, right? The toilet paper princess. Looking like she's an ambassador for Charmin toilet paper, just throwing it on her shoulder and being like, can you guys tell this is the same dress? I repurposed it. And everybody's saying, we can tell it's the same dress. And now we're wondering about your mental health, because how did you have all that money and access? And this is the best you could do? Girl, I guess it's like cooking like a fabulous dinner. If your ingredients are trash, the dinner is going to be trash. And Kate's ingredients, as far as her style, is trash. Anyway, right? And Kate patted William on the patootie, which made me think she's trying to, punish him and publicly humiliate him and make people think about the pogo stick rumors, right? Watch my old videos if you're wondering what I'm talking about. All right, Sussex squad, are we up to date? So here's the thing. Meghan's being laying low. Harry and the spare, right? They can't really go after him because 1, he got receipts, and 2, they spent the last 8 weeks going there. So the press, like every little hungry lion, is like, we're getting bored. What is going on? When are you going to like give us something? Ooh, Valentine's Day? What you got, William? Guess what? William is now throwing his father under the bus because they need their pound of flesh. And he's like, here, now here's the thing. We're going to go through these articles, but I will say this, right? We're going to go through these articles, but I will say, and this is the most important thing, Charles is not going to take this lightly. See, here's the problem with William. William did this stuff on Harry that didn't know it was coming. Charles and Camilla are looking at each other saying, baby, we are true to this, not new to this. We bullied a 19-year-old woman and then tried to turn it into a love story of all ages. Charles was like, baby, I was raised by Viper. You are the son of a king cobra viper snake. I know it doesn't exist. Just let me have my analogy. Do you really think these petty games are going to work at all over me? Of course you do, but you'd be wrong. I can't wait for Charles to hit back and release some more stuff about William, but let's talk about why we think that this is working. For one, there have been reports, not even reports, there was an actual article about how Tom Bower said that King Charles is a weak man for inviting the Sussex to the coronation, right? Now, 1, how is somebody weak for inviting their son? Second of all, they're probably not going to come because they still don't have that apology. Third of all, who's the person that really wants Harry to suffer, that really, really wants him not there? Charles, maybe. I don't think he cares. I mean, he cares, but, Charles is on some other stuff. It's William. William is mad that Harry married a bright, beautiful, competent woman that helped him build. William is mad that the girl that he had a crush on Suits, right? This is what Harry's book implied. You're now married to. William is mad that someone that he thought didn't rank, that someone that he didn't even want him talking to him in school, was someone he looked at as a loser, abomination, would never be anything. That person now has everything William thinks he's entitled to. William was raised to feel like he is entitled to everything. But if you don't know, Tom Bower is a flunky, right? Along with Dan Wooten. Dan Wooten and Tom Bower are firmly in William's camp. They always do hit pieces. Listen to this one. They said that King Charles is a weak man and worries about Harry and suggested their attendance at the coronation could be too much for him. Woo! They said that his problem is that he's a weak man in a way that he's worried about Harry. If only he said to Harry, look, come to the coronation, but you can have row Q, seat 54, and viewers partly obscured by the column. Let me tell you something. You really think the media is telling Charles, because he does their bidding, to put Harry and Meghan in the back row. How are they going to get the cameras up in their face? How are they going to microanalyze things? They want them front and center because at the end of the day, they are the money shot, right? But he thinks if he allows Harry to come to the coronation, it's going to ruin the coronation. It'll be overshadowed by Harry's present and Meghan's too. So I think Charles has to make a decision now. The king had to decide, and I think that people are on the whole getting sick to death of Harry. I think his behavior now is going to irritate people again. People will be sick to death of him again. Okay, y'all, let me tell y'all something. We also come up with another person saying that Charles and Camilla are charismatic as a couple of garden gnomes. This is also written by somebody that is very, very much in William's camp. They are saying that they're charisma vacuums. They can't inspire by Queen Elizabeth II. They're making people hostile to the monarchy age. Let me tell you something. There were always rumors that William wanted to get King Charles to step aside and he be king. I don't know why he ever thought Charles would do that, but I have to laugh to think that William thinks that he's the heat score, that William thinks that him and Kate are the hot, sexy ones. Baby, there is no difference in my mind between seeing William and Kate and Charles and Camilla. And quiet as it's kept, Kate is going back to her old style ways and dressing like Camilla. The fact that William somehow thinks he's going to either bully Charles into who's he's going to invite to his coronation. Charles has been waiting for this moment for his whole life. And then the fact that he is doing this because he is throwing Charles to the wolves so that it can take the shine off of what's going on with whatever's going on with the Rose Hanbury situation. Y'all, I can't. But speaking of things that can't, did you guys hear that Kate's getting her revenge on Meghan? That's right. There have been all these stories about how Kate is getting her revenge on Meghan by hiring new staff. Let me pull up the article. Hold on. This is from the Animated Times. They said after Meghan Markle fails miserably to harm Kate Middleton's reputation. Now, you know how she tried to harm Kate's reputation? By breathing, by existing, by having style, by having taste, by being nice, by being loved, by being charismatic, by being self-spoken. Yes, by being everything that Kate's not. And she failed miserably, according to who? The courtiers that report this mess to Kate, because to the rest of the world, anyway, right? Kate is seeking revenge in a tell-all interview. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen because it looks like William, if it does happen, might be the person to do that. But they're waiting to see what happens with the Spear. I think they're waiting for everything to go quiet, and then they're going to do the tell-all interview. But I find it odd that the one interesting tidbit that's coming out in all this, okay, is the fact that Kate has hired a new straight shooter press secretary to really give it to the girls and tell her how it goes. Kate has new stylists. She has new staff. To which I say, and she's bragging about this, it seems like the people around her, don't you guys have a country to run? Isn't there a food shortage, a heat shortage? You guys are about to go into a recession, okay? Do you think that the money you can put into this PR blitz, you can actually donate to charity? Do you think you can show up with the food bank with food? Do you think you can show up to support underserved youth and maybe give a scholarship or do anything that dips into your pocket? The fact that, well, here's the funny thing, right? That everybody complains about. At the end of the day, Harry and Meghan are private citizens. They could, if they want to, choose to cash out on everything, live in their Montecito mansion, not do a thing. The fact that they want to make a difference is a plus, but they don't have to do that. It's a plus that they want to make a difference. And the fact that the future king and queen of England feel like, with billions at their disposal, feel like they have no moral or ethical obligation to give a cracker, a slice of cheese, one of those disgusting plowman sandwiches that they always sell at the Boots Pharmacy in the Heathrow Airport when you go into their food. Yes, this is getting personal. When you go into like their, you know, the fresh food aisle, you know, the Boots right when you pass security. Ugh, I had a plowman sandwich, cheese, onion, jelly, and lettuce. It was disgusting. Ugh. Anyway, right? I'm sure there's a good one, but it wasn't at Boots. So anyway, my whole point is, do you guys think that you have any more obligation to contribute 1 second, right? To contribute 1 second of your time outside of your photo ops? Do you have any more obligation to give anything besides words? The fact that you think your words are worth their weight in gold, and if you come and speak, then you'll motivate all the peasants to organize their money to help the other peasants while you sit there on your throne. Again, I will say this once and I will say this again. This is the perfect storm for the monarchy to fall. And I'm not even saying this with glee. Okay, yes, I am. Because you know I hate anything about class, monarchy. I just hate that, right? Let me just say this. Diana gave the first death. Harry definitely gave it a 1-2 punch and it's reeling. The people that are going to bring the monarchy down are the monarchies themselves, that Tory government that has gotten into William's mind because he is a pawn, that cold, unforgiving. William really does act like he feels like they literally are peasants. They are his subjects. The fact that they have not been able, because they kept Queen Elizabeth on the throne for so long, whatever she was, the nation loved her, but they should have let Charles become king when he was younger, not just so he could be, they would never be a hot couple, because if you saw, don't believe the Crown, if you saw Charles and Camilla when they were younger, they would never be a hot couple. But the fact that with youth comes innovation, and the fact that they wait, it's no coincidence to me that Queen Elizabeth was a very young queen, and she saw what was going on with the advent of TV and with the advent of the tabloid culture. Because she was young and she had her finger on the pulse, she was able to use that to her own advantage. That was the last innovation that the British press had. And now we have Charles, who is old and doesn't have his finger on the pulse of what to stay current. Because at the end of the day, they are nothing but overblown celebrities that think that they were descended by God. Ugh, the worst of all. And now you have William. And even though they think they're young and hip, you guys are not. You're not, because you were raised by a bunch of old Tories that can't think anything. So now you have William. By the time you take the throne, you'll be 45. You'll be 55. You may even be 60 by the time you take the throne. The monarchy did itself in by the Tory government, the closed-minded thinking, the elitism. And now with Diana hit, Harry hit, you have what's going on with the economy. You have the Tories literally running that country into the ground. A once great nation. I know Britain's colonialism all the time, but as far as the economy, it was doing really good. You ran that into the ground. You guys, at the end of the day, these little escapades are funny and they make me laugh. But you know who's going to end the monarchy? William. The only problem is he doesn't even know the countdowns have begun. Listen, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.